you've had a lot of success working up that right-hand side in these two tournament games so far. What's clicking on that right side?
Well, I don't want to give too much away to my opposition if they're watching this. Now, look, you've got some experience in there with Wilkinson. Wilkinson's in a great space at the minute. You know, she's really taken on board that DNA of a modern fullback, and she's getting forward at every opportunity, which has been great to see. And then you throw sort of Matheson and Schmidt out there with Sinclair, and you get that sort of chemistry of, you know, players playing together for a long time. And we've worked on some movements, some real good movements to overload the fullback. So, yeah, I think the team are looking good. I mean, tonight it just got messy. It just turned into more of a fight, and that's a style. The Italians were relentless with their pressure, and you know, when you skip a tackle, they'll leave a foot in and bring you down. And you know, I was pretty pleased because our girls got a bit tasty as well, and decided to try and match that pressure and physical intensity.
I think the word you used with me was spicy when you were talking about this game, when you were previewing this game. Is that what you sort of meant in the latter part of the second half, where it would get a bit chippy, a bit knocky? You saw Diana Matheson see two players pick up yellow cards. One of them was a second yellow card on one foul, essentially.
Yeah, look, it got pretty messy. I mean, Sophie Schmitz walked off there with a bit of an elbow in the face, and you. I think when the last 10 minutes, the players were just hoping for the referee to blow the whistle so that they could actually come off with their legs intact. It did get a bit messy, but you know, all credit to the girls. They kept their heads and didn't really get involved in that, but they matched things physically. And if the Italians brought a level, we brought it again. But I like to think we kept it above board for as long as we could.
With that physicality, we saw a few players sort of go in. Sophie came out with appeared to be some sort of blow to the head. She seems to be okay from what I can tell. You saw Nikem go down. You saw Christine taken out hard, pretty hard there. How do you feel with the state of your team is going into England with a day off, hopefully tomorrow?
Well, thank God they've got a day off. I mean, I think they were beaten up physically tonight, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, the girls, they competed as well. They didn't shy out of tackles. When the Italians raised the intensity, they brought it back. And yeah, this is what you're going to have to do in a tournament. I mean, we've got 6 points if this is the World Cup. You know, we're into the next round. So you're going into the last game with some thoughts on how you might change your lineups. But it's the Cyprus Cup. England are on the same points, same goal difference. And we're going to have to win that game. To actually go through. Both teams have to win it. So, you know, England have been carrying a big squad. They've pretty much rotated their teams. They've had different teams on. So they'll be the fresher team, but I think we'll be the more connected and resilient.
Thanks, John.